Report story. Original title. Photograph. By Alfresk. Summary. I like the reactions of Kaminari and Mineta in this story. Equals 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 dot. Eri was sitting on Izuku's bed reading going through his analysis notebooks while the boy did his homework at the desk. This was one of her pastimes when she was with her so-called Papa. She may not understand the notes in them, but it did not matter. She just wanted to spend time with her savior-turned-father. The boy in question had been given full guardianship of the little girl a few months after her rescue. The reason being the fact that Eri had grown attached to him and was still very wary of other people she did not know. Papa, the little girl called. Izuku winced. Still not used to being called that. Holding out of a page from notebook titled, Hero Analysis for the Future number 13. Why do you have a picture of Ochako-chan beside her analysis? Why does this book different? Ah, it's a long story, Eri, Izuku answered her with a sheepish smile while rubbing the back of his head. I don't want to bore you. I'll listen, Eri said excitedly. I like stories. Especially the bedtime stories that Grandpa Toshi tells me. Okay then, I'll tell you, Izuku compiled. Yay! Eri cheered. Izuku recounted past up to the point when All Might told him he could become a hero to the girl. True to her word, Eri listened to his tale. Her expression changed from one to the other as Izuku told her about his life. I see, Eri said with an unreadable expression. She pointed to the picture inside the book. But that doesn't explain the picture. Ah, Izuku said flustered and blushing. He tried to think of a way to explain it to the child. So, he decided to do it plainly. You see, besides you, Grandma Inko and Grandpa Toshi, she's the most important person in my life. Does that mean she's? The next morning, it was another normal weekend for Class 1A. Sato had begun making everyone some breakfast when Eri came down with Izuku after taking a shower from his morning exercises. Morning, Midoriya. Morning, Eri-chan. I'm baking some pastries, Sato informed them. We should have them when everyone's here. Anyways, what would you two like for breakfast? Pancakes with strawberries, please. Eri requested enthusiastically. Anything will be fine, Sato-san. Izuku said. Eggs and sausages for you then. Sato said. Something smells good, Mina said coming in with the girls of 1A. Morning, girls. What would you like? Sato asked getting a few requests. The class loved his cooking so they tend to go overboard with the request. Something the Sugaman was more than happy to cater to. He served the food a few minutes later. The rest of the class came and they ate together as though they were one big family. The scene to which Eraserhead, Midnight and All Might Toshi walked into too. Uncle Zawa, Aunt Nimari, Grandpa Toshi. Eri greeted as she jumped from her chair and ran towards the heroes with a hug. The group just stared at the scene. finding it adorable, forgetting the fact that she just called the 18-plus hero auntie and the former number 1 hero grandpa. Hello, Eri-chan, Midnight greeted. How are you today? I'm great, the child replied with a huge smile. Papa's teaching me how to draw. Promoted stories. You'll also like. Her prince from the underworld half demon is. 0.25.9k 450. It's basically the same story as my succubus Momo X Deku story. I know, real original, but hey, now you guys get a Deku from the other side of the tracks. Izuku's Harem Academia 189k 1.7 Cust. Read. Convicted Hearts 3700 like my other story but ILI longer. Own Fluka Day 112k 8.2 kilo amperes. Collection of short Own Fluko for 365 days. Please check the second book for the rest of the day's update. Hurt cuz I love you to death Izuocha. Huh. 0.8.8k 141 Class 1A is now Class 2A and is working to be better heroes due to events that had happened before. Deku has gotten strong feelings toward Uraraka during the summer as not all heroes wear capes. Some just have 8.42.9k 1.4 kilo. Everybody. This is a suicidal, depressed Deku book with Dadmik. Will their bond grow? Will Mike fuck up? Will Izuku try to kill himself? Find out yourself. Number 1 Radio. Free. Oni Shots 149k3k. This is a collections of free X readers. Requests on this are now closed. Oh, Midnight said. Midoriya knows how to draw. Yes, he's really good at it, Eri replied before running towards the table, grabbing his notebook and running back to show the pros. See, doesn't it look exactly like Uncle Zawa? The hero's sweat dropped at the child's enthusiasm. They just smiled and nodded at her. Though something besides the drawing caught their eyes. Deku-kun, aren't you going to visit your mother today? Ochako asked brightly. Yeah, I was actually bringing Eri-chan with me so she can see what the outside is like. Izuku answered. Hearing this, Eri went to their side. Looking at the two with puppy dog eyes causing a few awes. Eri-chan, Izuku said curiously. Can Mama come with us? Eri answered cheerfully. Mama! The group exclaimed confused. Izuku's face turned bright red and started covering it, having an idea of who she was talking about. The class and the teacher stared between the one-horned girl and to her teenage papa. Eri-chan, Mina called. A foreboding smile on her face. Who's your mama? Mama Ochako, answered the little girl, causing the brunette to turn the same shade as her best friend. Chaos erupted from the table. Midoriya, Kaminari and Mineta shouted together. What's the meaning of this? Kaminari asked enviously. You're supposed to be one of us. OMG. Toru said. Why is it always the quiet ones? Mineta said in outcry. Tears of blood falling from his eyes. So you finally told him, Ochako-chan, Suyu said bluntly. Finally, Jiro said with a sigh. Midoriya, Uraraka. I know that this relationship is important to you. Though I approve of this, you should not let this get affect your schoolwork, Iida stated while doing his robotic movements. I will not allow any tomfoolery. What? The two screamed at the class representative, waving their hands in front of them. It's not like that. Revelry in the dark. Tokiyami said. Congratulations, Shoto said as he put a hand on the flustered boy's shoulder. He turned to Momo. Is this when we're supposed to give them the gifts? Gifts. Izuku and Ochako shouted in their heads. No, I do not think so, Momo replied casually. If I remember correctly, it's when I have the ceremony. Ceremony. Izuku and Ochako screamed in their minds again. Images forming courtesy of their imaginations. Ah, I see, Shoto said. Silence, Aizawa said pointedly. His eyes glowed red and hair was floated. Eri, any reason why you think Uraraka is your mama? Well, Papa had a picture of her in his notebook, she explained. Opening a similar notebook to the one she showed the pros, she went to the page depicting Uravati. It had a sketch of her, stats, quirk, upper and lower limit of her quirk, strengths, weaknesses, and a full psychological breakdown. The next page, however, was very different. It showed a picture of Ochako when Izuku first met her. This alone caused questions but did not end here. It showed her birthday, goals, desires, likes, dislikes, cute little tics and what he likes about her. Deku-kun, Ochako said surprised. How did you get a picture of me during the entrance exam? In response to Uraraka's question, Izuku took out his phone. He opened a video and passed it to Ochako. Her eyes widened in surprise. This footage was of their first meeting. A few curious people gathered around the brunette to watch the scene unfold. I paused the video and took a snip of the scene, Izuku explained as his thoughts went into a downward spiral. I'm sorry. It's just. It was special to me. Oh, what am I saying? I'm so sorry, Uraraka-san. I didn't have any bad intentions. Please don't hate me. This kid, Aizawa said with the same creepy smile he had during the quirk assessment test. He knew where he got the video and the picture. It came from the security footage of the day of his test. He had asked for it under the presence of reference for future improvement, which the principal was more than happy to oblige. He had questioned the principal about it before. It will help Mr. Midoriya in more ways than one. Ahahaha, remembering his words. He sighed. Apparently, like Mike, the principal was on this ship. Seriously, you're teachers, not matchmakers. How irrational. Ochako locked the phone which showed her picture as the screensaver. Though, it should have been creepy. She was extremely happy that Izuku kept her close to his heart. Deku-kun, you can be really sweet at time, she thought. Smiling at him before returning his phone. Did I do something wrong? Eri asked. No, Eri-chan, Ochako answered while patting the girl's head. Taking it as her chance. It's okay, Mama was just shocked that Papa had a picture of me. Please don't be mad at Papa, Eri pleaded. He said that besides me, Grandma Inko and Grandpa Toshi, you're the most important person in his life. If you get mad, it will make Papa really sad. Please kill me now, Izuku thought, hiding his face in his arms, praying that the ground would swallow him whole, missing the smile that the brunette had sent his way. It's all right, Ochako reassured. In her mind, she was jumping for joy. Promise? Eri asked. Pinky promised, she replied as she took the little girl's pink with her own. Yay! Eri cheered. Oblivious to the bombshells and revelations that she had caused, she continued to her previous question. Papa, can Mama come with us? Sure, Izuku answered in an awkward tone. Sure my ass. Denki said in pure envy. You curly-haired, smooth-talking sob. We misjudged you. Mineta wailed, pulling his hand about to punch their shy friend. You, player. Shut up. Katsuki shouted, stopping the students. He stood from his seat and stomped his way to Izuku. If Deku and Round Face wants to get into a relationship, that's their business. Thanks, Kachan. Izuku thanked him mentally. And you? Katsuki growled at his childhood friend. Just because you got yourself a girlfriend doesn't mean you've won one over me. I can have any woman I want. Round Face over there must be blind to like a weak ass like you. I'm gonna beat you as a hero and as a. The sound of cracking glass could be heard in everyone's minds. The males in the room went pale. Bakugo was silenced and crumbled to the ground. His eyes had rolled back and his mouth had foamed a little. Standing above him was the one-horned little angel that they come to love, but instead of the usual cheerful, if she was around someone she knows, or wary expression, it was angry. That's for all the things you've done to Papa in the past. You big bully. Eri spat before turning back to her self-proclaimed parents with a smile. Mama, Papa said it's fine, will you come with us to Grandma's? Okay, was all Ochako could say. Overwhelmed by the series of events that happened in the span of a few minutes. Her face still red and daydreams of her and Izuku playing through her mind. Young Midoriya, All Might called, finally coming from the shock. Yes, All Might, Izuku responded, finally able to calm down. Come with me, All Might said. We need to have the talk. Where stories live. Discover now.